I haven't made a video in a little bit. It's probably been over a week at this point, maybe close to 2 weeks. I've been really busy with school and work and that type of stuff. Not really that type of stuff, mainly just school and work. That's it. And there's been a lot of big things to happen. I mean, we've got the new COVID variant that came out within this last week. We've got all types of new lockdowns. We've got Australia has camps where you concentrate now, if you know what I mean by that. Um, Dr. Fauci literally came out the other day and said, "I am the science," or he's like, "I represent science," which is literally anti-science. No one is science. And like I just said, there's that new Omicron, that new COVID variant that just came out this week. New COVID variant just dropped. Let's go, 99% survival rate. Let's get it. As you can see, I clearly don't care about it. But the COVID-19, the new Omicron, if I'm being honest, that's not the biggest sickness going on right now in America. The biggest sickness or disease or infection, maybe it's a mind infection, a brain infection. That's a good way to put it. It's called TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome. And I'm not joking. I'm not bullshitting. I'm 20 years old, and I see this. Literally see this at my job. I see this every day. I see this at my college classes. I see this at school. I see this in public, at restaurants, at parks. Last time I went to the movie theaters. I mean, it's literally everywhere. And I'm not saying it's prevalent everywhere and where I live, because where I live, it's not prevalent. There's not an abundance of it. But like when I go downtown to my local city, it's definitely there. All right. And TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome, is basically when you have no regard, you don't care anything. You just, nope, if that person has anything to do with Trump, no. All right? And here is Keith Olbermann. Keith Olbermann. I've seen him on ESPN before. I know he talks about MLB baseball. That's literally all I know. All right? Take that back. I know one more thing. I know he's a piece of shit, worthless human being. Because as you can see here, I'll click over to this other tweet. Before I start this, I also want to say rest in peace to this kid Tate Meyer, his family, all the other victims. I think I have the names of the other victims elsewhere, all their families, also all the staff at the school, all the other students there, because this is definitely traumatizing. So this is from Barstool Sports. A high school football player rushed a school shooter and sacrificed his own life to save his classmates. Pretty straightforward. Someone is shooting at the kids with the gun. A mass murderer was lighting up the school, taking innocent lives, killing kids, and this brave kid, Tate Meyer, rushed him. All right, he rushed. He didn't rush them. He rushed the shooter. He died in the process, but it appears he also stopped the shooter. And I'm not going to say potentially. He definitely did save many more lives. He's a hero. He saved lives that day, and he also gave up his own. But to a piece of shit, a waste of breath like Keith Olbermann, this is his analysis. This kid died to stop a school shooter whose mother echoed the Trumpist fascism of Stool Presidente and Barstool Sports. I don't know where to fucking start with this. This kid is literally, I'm fresh out of high school pretty much, literally a year or two ago. And like, oh my, this is a kid. He just fucking, oh my, this is the ultimate tone deaf. This is what you get a 5 straight years, 6 straight years of the media telling you Orange Man bad, Donald Trump bad. All right, I'm not the biggest Donald Trump guy in the world, if I'm being honest. He's not perfect. He has flaws. I can point out some of those flaws if you ask me. I have a long list of flaws I have with former President Trump. But this kid fucking gave up his life saving others. This hero, this young man, this hero who saved his classmates, who's probably saved other school staff, and stopped a school shooter. He was also a great high school football player. As you can see, he's at Toledo University in this picture. So this is a very successful young man or child still, basically 16 years old. And here it is. Tate Meyer, student wants to recognize Oxford High School Stadium after the shooting hero. And good for the students. I saw where tens of thousands of students have signed I forget the word. They've signed a petition. That's what it is. A petition to get the stadium renamed after him, and it rightly should be. But this is the type of coverage that leads to Keith Olbermann fucking just completely disrespecting this 16-year-old kid's life. This is so tone deaf, so politically motivated, so I'm running out of words. I really don't know how to describe this. I'm not gonna yell right now. I'm not gonna yell. I'm not gonna act all emotional and crying anything. But this really does deeply bug me. Like that. Does Keith Olbermann not have kids? Does he not have grandkids? I mean, look at him, and he keeps tweeting after this. He keeps tweeting. He's tweeting about dogs, and if you go up a little more, or maybe not a little more, but if you go down a little more, he's tweeting about Chris Como. Here he's tweeting about baseball. 8 minutes after he mocked this kid's death. Look, 827 likes, fucking almost 4,000 retweets and comments. Just look, he's getting ratioed. How many likes? 900 likes. All right. There we go. There's a 900 likes. Here's 1.1k. Literally getting ratioed to hell and back by people. 700 likes, 400. Yeah, this is right. He's a fucking clown. This is so pathetic. This is God, and it's a shame that this kid died. This kid, this hero, this young hero saved other people's life, and I'm making a video focusing on Keith Olbermann. That's the real shame. I should be making a video focusing on this kid and how he ran into combat, how he answered the call when the situation arose. But instead, we're looking at this oh God, this piece of shit, honestly, who just mocked this kid's death. And as I was alluding to earlier, this is the type of coverage that gets us to this point. Like I said at the very beginning, haven't made a video in probably almost 2 weeks. I haven't even looked at the exact date. Definitely over a week. I could have made a video on anything. The new COVID variant, Anthony Fauci, the Waukesha massacre. All right, I'm not going to call it the Waukesha parade accident or the Waukesha, crash or anything like that, because it was a massacre. This was a mass murder by a serial psychopath killer, if we're being honest. The video shows SUV narrowly miss little girl as it barrels down road. The SUV did not narrowly miss a girl. The driver narrowly missed a girl. Like what? Biden mourns 5 killed, many others injured at Wisconsin holiday parade. Oh, give me. He hasn't even been to Waukesha. This is the joke presidency. Excuse me. Video shows SUV crashing through parade barriers. Just completely tone deaf. Just is the SUV crashing through the parade barriers, or is there a man behind the wheel trying to kill people? God, honesty is gone in the world. Respect is gone in the world. It's like I'm almost at a loss for words here. This is so back to the Keith Olbermann thing. I don't know how you get here. Like, this is terrible. I mean, someone I graduated from high school with died this week, and I'm just imagining if someone were to make this about Trump, because I'm at a loss for words. He needs some fucking help, man. We got to get past this, man. This isn't left versus right at this point. This isn't Democrat versus Republican. What the fuck happened to humanity, man? Like, we're making fun of. He's literally trashing a 16-year-old boy who just ran into a school shooting, who stood up to the challenge, who answered the call, who saved lives, who saved his classmates' lives, who's a hero. He's a hero. There's no questions about it. And he's just going to ridicule him now. And he deserves to get. I hope Keith Olbermann never ever works another day in his life. I hope no one ever hires him again, because he's a piece of shit and he doesn't deserve it.